right, guys. Well, the Open is kicked off.
Yeah.
23.1 was announced a couple of hours ago. We got to watch Lazar, BKG,
Laura Horvath, and
Gabby Magala hit the workout. They did awesome, crushed the scores kind of from the previous year.
Yeah.
Except we were talking, which is kind of crazy, Rich's score from 2014.
10 years ago.
Would have still been relevant,
Yep.
which is kind of mind-blowing.
He'll have gone second in this workout.
Which is, well, as of now.
Yeah, and
But-
in the moment before.
So I actually went down after the workout was announced and hit it. Wanted to give you guys some kind of tips on how the workout's going to feel and some important points to keep in mind while you guys attack the workout over this weekend. So the first thing that we kind of talked about during my warm-up and then especially after the workout was you really need to warm up well for this workout.
I would say like somewhere between 15 and 20 minutes of just gradually increasing your intensity, sweating it out. If
Yep.
you're in a cold place, you got to get really warm. Whole body warmth, joints are moving, go over a long warm-up.
Yeah, I think starting with, a little bit of mobility work, getting into some machines, get that heart rate going, and definitely, it's cold here in Texas right now, which is weird to say,
Yeah.
but get your blood pumping and get moving. I know I thought I had warmed up enough, even though I was kind of in a rush to get started, get going, and in hindsight, I did not warm up enough. I could have definitely used another 5 minutes and really got my heart rate up a little bit more so that I was ready for when that heart rate spike comes mid-workout.
I would say don't be afraid to get out of breath, but at the same time, don't fatigue your muscles.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of muscles, another muscle group specific thing for warm-ups, get your grip warmed up a little bit. Hang off the rig for a couple seconds, do some farmer's carries. We're going to post a full in-depth warm-up in the comments or in the show notes for this on YouTube, and we'll also have that available for all of our athletes on the blog and our one-on-one athletes. But you definitely want to get your grip warmed up and moving. The grip and the pulling muscles get really fatigued in this workout, more than I really expected them to.
I mean, if you think about it, aside from the wall balls, it's all pulling.
Right, it's 14 minutes of pulling with a couple squats thrown in there for fun, for good measure.
Yeah.
As far as pacing, the biggest thing to think about this workout is pacing it for success on the power cleans and the muscle-ups.
Yes.
The row, not going to make or break the workout. The toes to bar, even if you've got to approach those with quick sets with a really short rest, not going to make or break the workout. Same thing with the wall balls.
Right.
Those power cleans start to really add up, and that it could turn into a big time sink. That's where I lost most of my time in the workout.
Yep.
Not a great barbell athlete here, and then also being able to keep moving on those muscle-ups, especially if you're an athlete looking to get into quarterfinals, looking to do well in the Open and get well into quarterfinals. We're going to need to get as many reps on those ring muscle-ups as possible.
I would say you can definitely not win the workout on the rowing or the toes to bar. You will feel great, especially I think, Tristan, you went on the toes to bar and you're like, I feel great, I'm just going to go for 20 and open a big set. But I would like for you to conserve your energy so that you're capable of moving faster towards the end. Fatigue is going to hit really hard once you touch that barbell, and I want you to be ready for it and able to recover as quickly as possible.
Yeah, definitely when I went through it, toes to bar are a really strong movement for me, so I felt comfortable in the beginning opening up at that set of 20. But in hindsight, we were talking after the workout, I probably would have been better off with a little bit more of a conservative set, even though I'm somebody who has really good toe to bar capacity, and that would have maybe saved me a little bit more to move my barbell with a little bit more intensity.
Exactly.
And then hopefully also my grip for a little bit more on the ring muscle-ups. Let's see, what else did we have here? Smart sets, yes. So don't come into this thinking you need to do large sets. We were kind of touching on that just now, but it's the Open season, the saying, no standing around season. Make sure that whatever rep scheme you come up with, and even if that rep scheme starts to not go to plan, you get that Mike Tyson, everybody's got a plan so they get hit in the mouth kind of moment, just stay moving. There are going to be athletes who get through those toes to bar at a decent time who end up doing singles for the last 10. And they're going to be fresher and ahead of the pace when they get to the wall balls versus athletes who are like, no, I'm not getting back up there till I do a set of 10.
Yes.
Right? It's just not worth it.
And I would say, I know Tristan is a great wall ball person. I am a terrible wall ball athlete. But seeing him do 15 at the beginning gave me reassurance. I can go 10s and still move. It's fine to cater to your own capacity. Just don't rest, right?
Yeah.
I'd rather do that than go for a max or slightly close to max and then just bomb-bound.
I mean, I did, 3 sets?
You did 15, and then...
No, I did 4 sets.
4
I did
sets.
15, 10, 8, 7, or
Right.
7, 8.
Yeah.
And I was done with, I did the wall balls in sub 2.
Yes.
So, like, I was still moving at a good pace through those wall balls, but I did not do large sets.
Yes.
Because that was the moment in the workout where I started to feel my heart rate going.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh boy.
And for you, those are small sets.
Yeah, those are really small sets for me on wall balls. But I knew, knowing the barbell was coming after, I knew I didn't want to be too out of breath. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to break these now, keep my rest pretty short, and try to have some more juice to push on those barbells.
And another point why you want to especially do that on the wall balls is when you were on the cleans, you screen my quads, right? So like, you don't want to go into 40 unbroken unless you're capable of that and being able to recover. But for most people, I'd rather save my legs a little bit for the cleans.
Did
I think
Lazar did, but I don't even think BKG went unbroken on the. Yeah, I don't think. Unless you are a wall ball monster secretly about to go to the CrossFit Games, I really don't think trying to do 40 unbroken is the play.
That's right.
Power cleans, we're going to say this, but everybody should do quick singles.
Yes.
I mean, all the Games athletes did quick singles. Everybody should be doing quick singles. Laura Horvath did a set of 2, and I think she immediately realized that was not the play.
I mean, Lazar and BKG are one of the strongest athletes
on the field.
And they still did singles
right.
from the get-go.
Right. Lazar did singles, and he did 15 a minute for 2 minutes, and he was done, which is an amazing pace on 30 power cleans in the middle of a workout like that. But that just, again, goes to show quick singles gets it done, especially on that barbell.
Absolutely.
The catch with that, you got to stay disciplined.
Right.
Don't walk away from the barbell. Don't go get chalk. Stay on that barbell. Get yourself a little count going. I did pretty good through my first 10 to 12.
Yes.
And then I started to count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pick up the bar, which is not an incredibly fast pace, but I didn't back away from the barbell.
Exactly.
Right?
Don't move your feet away.
Yes. Don't leave. You ain't got nowhere to go.
Yes.
Stay on the bar.
Yes.
Okay?
And that goes without saying about preparation. So tape is there, chalking before you start. Like,
I chalk my bar.
Yeah, you can't mess up any in the middle. Like, once you go away from the bar, it's going to be really hard to get back on that discipline.
Yep. One quick note, we're going to throw this in now. Clean reps. So I got a no rep on one of my power cleans, which one no rep in a workout like that's not huge, but we were just talking, mathematically, that could have been 2 or 3 calories on the rower. Right. So
and energy-wise too, and morally, all that.
Yeah, I really didn't want to do 31 power cleans.
Yeah, I remember your staring.
So the last thing is obviously the ring muscle ups. That's kind of the big gut punch of this workout. Go into those rings with a plan, but be prepared for that plan not to work out, and do what you can to stay moving. If you're an athlete who you have the capacity to get through those rings or get deep in those rings, get up there and get a set. You're going to realize how they feel relative to other ring muscle up workouts we've done. Use that information on the fly to start to make a plan to adjust and stay moving on those rings.
And I would add to that, do not hit failure. If you know that a set of 3 and you're planning on it and you get to 2 and you know that the next one is not going to happen, don't attempt it. Drop down, shake it off, and go again. Again, conservative is better if you're getting reps. At this point, every rep will jump you, massive jumps.
Every muscle up rep on the leaderboard is going to be massive.
Exactly.
And yeah, definitely to reiterate that, know yourself and know your line of failure. I got about as close to that line as I could possibly get for myself. I don't remember the last time I was that close to failing a muscle up, but I almost failed one of my last muscle ups in the round of 20. So know yourself, know when you can get up there and when you can't, but don't wait longer than you need to. Like he was saying, you got to keep getting reps in those muscle ups, right?
Exactly.
The last thing, for those athletes who get through those muscle ups and get back on the rower, the vast majority of people who are able to do that, that's where your workout is going to end. You got to be tough.
Let's go.
You got to be tough. You're going to have maybe a minute, maybe less.
Probably less.
You got to get on that rower and you got to crank for everything you've got, because just like those muscle ups, with that being in the second round of that workout, every calorie is going to count on that rower.
Yep, 100%.
If you're an athlete who's looking at those muscle ups and you're like, man, that's kind of where my workout's going to stop, pace yourself to get through for that tie break time on those power cleans. Mm-hmm. Don't kill yourself so that you can get muscle ups or maybe your first muscle up, right, if you're close. But you want to have a pretty good tie break time.
Absolutely.
So pace things in the beginning a little bit differently, knowing that you're shooting for one muscle up or, as many as you can get, but you're not confident that you're going to get deep in those muscle ups or through them.
And while I say, yes, the muscle up is important and it's going to be a discriminator, just because you don't have them doesn't mean your workout is ruined. So
Correct.
again, plan to get to that ring muscle up as fast as possible with giving yourself a chance to still have some energy to try busting some out. And I gotten my first muscle up on an open workout. A lot of people that I know did the same thing, whatever workout it is. So it's not far-fetched. I want you to try, and I want you to just have hope there and determination. Getting that muscle up is not impossible.
Yep. All right. Anything else you want to add?
Just warm up well.
Yeah, warm up well. So, all right, boys and girls, the 2023 CrossFit Open is on us and off to the races. Like I said, we'll put a full warm up for you guys all to use, maybe some strategy tips as well again in the show notes. And good luck, and we'll see you guys all on the leaderboard.
And if you want to join our leaderboard, put hashtag Team Ascend on your games profile. This way you can compare yourself to all our athletes worldwide.
Awesome. Good luck, everybody.